very simple for you. Is it okay, Cameron?
Can.
I'll just do my last bit. And that's it already for tonight. Can. Yeah. Okay. So at least you can chill with your friends after this. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm trying to share screen. Sorry. How come I couldn't share screen? Sorry. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to. 460. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to share. 5841089. Okay, yes, I'm coming in already. 523997. Okay. Oh, good. Sis, can let me come into the iPad.
Yeah. Clement.
Yeah, you are in already.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you also understand, Cameron. I think today what Alison has mentioned to you, right, is about building our capital. Okay, I think what she's trying to tell you is that along the way, right, even as your property progress on, right, you minimally to have certain equity being built up over the progressive period of years. Okay, so this is what you have learned from her just now. Okay, so I think the second thing that I want to touch base with you is because today, if you look into the core central, there are so many options. Okay, so the most important thing today, right, what we're going to emphasize on is to buy safe, buy right, and buy when there's a price protection. Okay, so I think today I'm going to show you maybe some examples, right, of properties in Holland area. Okay, and I feel that entry price is always very, very important in whatever that you buy. Okay, so far all good, Cameron?
Yep,
Can see you. So yes, correct. So I'm just going to show you one property, right? This property is called Hill on Holland. Okay, it's a freehold development. Let me show you the location. But I'm not asking you to buy. I'm just using some of the history, okay, to run through you some important points that you need to understand first. Okay. Sorry, this thing is coming up. Okay, so I'm going to just use this example called Hill on Holland. This one is actually located right along the Holland area. Okay, 7 minutes walk to a Holland village. Okay. Yeah, Cameron, can you see my screen?
Yeah, can see.
Okay, yeah? It's here. So this is not a beauty development. It's relatively about 300 over units. Okay, but what I want to show you is this. Okay, today if you look at the property trend, right, for Hill on Holland, it's a freehold development. Okay, everybody love it. But what I want you to understand is that today, of course, you can choose to buy something as a first hand, or we can choose to buy something of a second hand. Okay. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So of course today if we buy something like a resale, not say cannot buy a resale, likely right we will be entering at somewhere here.
Okay.
Do you see where am I pointing you to?
Yeah, I see that. Very, very sporadic trend over there.
Yes, correct. So the thing about buying a resale, not saying it's no good, because some of my clients they buy resale because they really the location, they really want the kind of layout. There's nothing wrong. But for you, you are in a very good position because you should be building your equity. So imagine today, right, your equity now is about 1.3 million, okay, based on what you have now. Imagine 5 years later, right, if you put into this property, right, the equity remains the same. Cameron, what do you think about this? Yeah.
Yeah, okay? It's not great if it doesn't move at all throughout the years.
Yes, correct. And today if you buy something at secondary market, right, okay, you may be entering here. Next moment, your neighbor could be selling at this price. You follow what I'm saying or not?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to mitigate all risk for you. In the sense that I want you to buy safe. Not every agent can tell you buy this, buy that. But we are not those kind that want you to buy things without you even knowing the risk. So we are emphasizing all these things so that you can make a more informed decision at the end of the day. Okay, so to cut it short, today if you are buying a resale, likely you are entering here. Okay? And today, of course, why is it that people buy here, right? Okay, from the developer, because down here usually the prices are always right at its lowest. You follow what I'm saying, Cameron? Yeah. And why people buy here is because usually 90% of people they buy during the launch because it's cheap and usually it's at the tail end of the project. They're literally buying at the lowest. And when it's TOP, can you see something? The prices always tend to surge up. Yes, correct. This is what we call the growth stage. Okay, whereby right usually at the TOP right everybody loves you because you're the newest in this area people, and usually the demand will be very, very high, and that's where the prices will always be at its peak. So what I'm trying to tell you is that today of course you can have two options. It's either you buy here or you buy here. Don't get me wrong, even if you want to buy here we also will do for you, but just that you have to check whether is it aligned to what you want. That's the most important thing. Okay, all good. So, Cameron, can we all agree that we want to be in point A?
Yep.
Agree, yeah? Okay, so the next thing that I want to emphasize to you, right, is about how do you choose a property. You give me 10 minutes, I'm done already. 10 minutes more. Okay, so if you were to see, right, every region, I think as well as Elisa has mentioned to you, right, have the price tag that's actually attached to it. So today we look into different parts of Singapore, okay, which is my map over here. Okay, you realize that, right? Okay, there's always a price tag attached to it. Okay, so today if you are going into OCR, okay, the average prices is about 2.3. Okay, anyway, we are not talking about OCR. Okay, we are looking maybe more into the CCR. Okay, it's about 3.1. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you today, right, is that, right, I want you today, right, whenever you buy a property in this region, don't get emotional. Don't get carried away by the frenziness, by the hype and everything. I want you to follow the prices because these are actually what we call the benchmark prices. Because today, if you can buy something below, this is going to be a gap, or it could be your future gain. You follow what I'm saying? I want you to buy below the gap, not above the gap. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so I don't want you to make certain mistakes. Because today, if you look at certain properties, right, just show you some examples. Okay, this is called OUE Twin Peak. OUE. This one is very good location. This one is literally, right, just behind the Takashimaya. Okay? OUE Twin Peak. Okay, you take a look, right? A lot of people feel that Vic, OCCR is the so-called the safest location because location is very good. But the question is it really true or not? Today, if you look at OUE Twin Peak, right? Yeah, Cameron, do you know where is this location?
The one behind Taka, right?
Yes, correct. Just beside the Wheelock. The Wheelock Close. Okay, but what I want you to understand is this. Today, if you look at the performance, right, of this property, right, can you see 90% lose money. So we have to go back to the fundamental of real estate again. We need to ask ourselves, how come these people are losing money? How come they're not performing? Okay, so you go back to this. Can you see the biggest loser, right, of this property, right? Can you see the prices that they bought at? Can you see the kind of sky high rocket prices? Yeah, so that's the last thing that I want it to happen to you. Do not be emotional over a project. Learn to understand the risk. Learn to choose wisely. That's why Alisa, myself, and Clement, we are here to guide you through doing like stat analysis, floor plan analysis, because all this is going to affect your future profit. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's go straight to the point. Okay, so today, if you want to go into this location, which is CCR, I have two recommendations for you. Okay, two recommendations for you, which I feel that is going to be low-lying fruits in the market. Because based on what Alisa has mentioned just now, if you look into the whole market today, right, even places like Clementi, right, you heard of Clementi? Cameron, do you know where is Clementi? It's not to the west area side. Okay.
I know where Clementi is.
Yeah, so these are actually PSF that people has already paid for already. Okay, if you look at Clementi, right, okay, we look at the average data, okay, you can see that people has already paid almost about 2.5, average about 2.5 plus, highest is already at 2.8 plus already. This is what we call the OCR area. Okay? And if you look even into a bit further, right, into future land prices, right, for this OCR, I'm going to show you a few. Okay, those that is actually coming up already. Okay, even if you look at places like Bedok, Bedok, I know Bedok is very exciting, okay, but if you look at the prices that Bedok is going to command in the near future, right, okay, this is the one, Tanah Merah Bedok, okay, the plot of land beside the Tanah Merah MRT station, because for them, right, they bought the land, right, at a higher price, about 133 plus. So to break even, right, their break even price is about 2.4. So in future for them, right, to sell, they likely have to sell about almost 3,000 per square feet. So this is what the OCR prices is going to, okay, in the coming few months. Okay, so if you look into the RCR are actually places that is maybe a little bit more, right, into the Finch area. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few properties, right. Okay, so for RCR, right, one good option would be called Live at MB. This one is in Katong area. Okay, you look at the prices. Okay, it has hit almost also about 2.7 to 2.8 already. Okay, this is in the City Finch area. Okay, and if you were to see, right, places like Ken Reef, all these are also in the RCR, but they have hit a record sale of almost close to about 3,000 per square feet already. So why am I going through all this with you? Because I want you to understand, I want you to have a sensing of the prices first in the different areas. Okay, so if OCR is at 2.728, if RCR is doing at 3,000, do you agree with me that today if we can pick something, right, in the CCR, that means in the core central region, right, at 2007.
Yep.
Do you think it's safe or not?
It is safer.
Okay, you agree, safe, okay?
Yep.
So I'm going to maybe show you one property which is probably not in the Holland area, okay, not in the Bukit Timah area, but it's in the River Valley area. So so I want to hear from you, Cameron. What do you think about River Valley?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, already okay,
I haven't really fully
you're-
considered it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, then later I'll explain to you how come the PSF is so low lah. I'll explain to you later. Okay, so I'm just going to point you to this property first. Okay, wait, let me just show you. Okay, you have 3 MRTs in this area. Okay, it's called Union Square. Okay? Okay, over here. So you are literally in the town. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are here. This is the development where it's located, Union Square. So you have 3 MRTs. Okay, and walking distance to the MRT. Cameron, do you drive?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I don't think this one is. I don't think the MRT will excite you so much, lah. Okay, but it
It's
will
still
help.
convenient. It's still convenient to have.
That you may not even want to drive after that.
Okay.
but having MRT will help you to increase your liquidity, lah. In future, if you want to sell, you want to rent, it's actually much easier. Yeah. Okay, so this property, right, I should say, right, okay, is by CDL. CDL is actually one of the top-notch developer, right, okay, in Singapore. Okay, I'm going to show you how this project looks like. Okay, Cameron, because you are going to stay, so I need to also let you must share with me, okay, do you find this place livable or not? This one is very important. Okay? No point I tell you that it's very cheap, but you don't like it at all. That's not the point. That's not what I want to establish here. Yeah. Okay? So it's actually like it looks like that. Okay, so it actually have two, I should say, it looks like that. Okay? So it comes with the residential component. Okay, let me show you. Okay. So this is the residential component. Okay, over here. And then you also have the office tower. Okay? So what CDL is trying to incorporate here, right, is that they are trying to build, right, commercial, right, in the midst, right, of residential. Okay, so below here, right, you will have your cafes, your eateries, and it's also a good place to host your friends, okay, if they're around the corner. Okay, so why people are buying here, right, very simple reason. But they're buying here because of convenience. They're buying here because they can get city price, they can get a city property at an OCR price. So important thing is always about the layout and the pricing. So I'm going to show you today if you probably look for something like a 3-bedder, right? Okay, you can still get something at this kind of PSF, which I feel that is quite interesting. Okay, you can still get something at about 2,007 per square feet. Okay, and if you look at I will show you the 2 and the 3. Later you can decide what is more applicable for you. Okay, so this is a 3-bedroom. Okay, you take a look at the layout first. Okay, you have the dry kitchen and then you have the wet kitchen. So why people in this area, they love this dry kitchen is because they host a lot of their friends, their relatives. Okay, and usually the expat, they like to bring their friends over for meals. That's why this is very important for them. Yeah, and then if you look at the bedrooms, right, you can actually fit in a queen size bed, right? Yeah, for all the bedrooms. Okay, and this unit, right, which is about 1066 square feet, right, you will actually get the full river view. Let me just show you the river view from here. Okay, so this is something that you'll get when you look out from your house. I mean, from the unit itself.
Okay, not bad.
You like it so far?
Not bad, okay.
Not bad, okay? So I think important thing, of course, I want to show you also, because today, right, how is the performance of property, right, in this area? How do they actually perform? So we need to go back to the fundamentals again. So today, if you look at a property also in this area called Irwell, okay, Irwell Hill, okay, is it performing well or not? Okay, so I'm going to show you, these are all River Valley properties and just TOP only. Okay, you can see that actually, right, the 3-bedder, I should say, they averages almost about a return of, depending on how much you buy also, okay, they averages between about 400. I should say that the return is about 100,000 thereabout per year. Okay. So averagely, you still can get about 4% thereabout. Yeah. This is the kind of return that you're getting. Because whatever that you see here, right, the resale in this area will actually, in fact, determine the demand. Whether is there a demand, right? Yeah, in this area or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, the next thing that you also need to understand, right, is right. Today, if I buy at 2007, right, for this area, right, in future, right, how am I going to exit? Is it a fair price to pay or not? So I'm going to show you some of the River Valley new launches. So I'm going to show you one that just recently went for sale. River Modern. Okay. Look at shop. Can you see the PSF that people have paid for River Modern?
Wow.
Scary,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Easily, they crossed the 3.5 already. If you're going for the high floor one, right, people has already accepted almost 3.8 leh. Cameroon, 3.8 leh.
Yeah.
You are 1,000 PSS cheaper. This is the kind of advice that we want to give to you as a consultant. Yeah, we
Okay.
want to advise you today. You enter this in future. How much can you exit, and what are the future land prices actually coming up in this area? Okay, so even today, if you look at the other one, which is called River Green, also around this corner. Okay, River Green. We just want to show the prices that people has already paid already. Okay, even for River Green, right, you see, for high floor, right, people has already paid almost close to about, I should say about 3.5 all the way to 3.6 already.
Okay.
Which puts you in a very safe position.
Okay.
Okay, so far all good.
So far, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I think you also need to know about one thing. Why people are actually all buying today? Why is it that they are not buying 2 years, 3 years later? It's all about land bid prices. Because today, if I just show you, wow, River Valley are very scary. I just show you the land prices. Okay, today if you look at River Valley, right? Okay, I'm going to show you the land prices. Okay, you see over here. Okay, for Union Square is the exception because they bought the land right very, very early. So just now I show you River Green, right? Okay, they bought the land for about 1,325. They averagely sold about almost close to 3,002 to 3,003 per square feet. Okay? So if you look at the other plot, right, which is River Green this is okay, then this one right is this one is River Green. Okay, the other one right, this is your River Mountain. Okay, River Mountain, they bought the land for 1,420. So they averagely sold about 3,003 per square. Okay. That's the average price. Today I'm going to show you there's another new parcel that just came out only. Okay, guess how much it was being sold for?
I can't guess.
Yeah, Cameroon. You see, they bought at 1,730.
Wow, very
I'm not sure how much. I think they also likely had to sell about 3.5 to 3.6. I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. So looking at the future land, looking at the current price, then from there you can determine whether it's a safe price to enter. Yeah. Okay. So this is okay. Any questions before I go to the second one?
No, it's okay. You just carry on.
Okay, let's carry on. So whatever I share with you is all the low-lying fruits in the market. Okay, cheaper than normal. Okay. So the second one, right? I will bring you back to Bukit Timah, Ken. Since you're a fan of Bukit Timah and Holland, I'll bring you back there. Okay, there's another property called Dan Eun House. Okay, which is going to launch. Which is going to launch around 11 of July. Okay, so this location, right? What people buy into this location? Let me explain to you. Okay, Dan Eun House, the 6th Avenue MRT.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is actually very, very close to the MRT. Yeah. So if you look over here, right? Okay, 6th Avenue MRT. Okay. Let me just show you the location. Okay, it's not say very, very close, but it's actually somewhere around here. This area over here. Can you see my drawing over here? So you can still walkable to the MRT station now. Okay, I'm going to show you how the whole building, how the facade look like. So this is actually for people. Why do people buy here? They buy because of school. This is actually like a school zone.
Yeah. That's 6th Avenue areas. Yeah.
Yes, correct. A school zone. So if you were to see, right, Dan Eun House, okay, so this comprises of almost about 400, about how much? About 400, less than 400 units, 300 plus units. Okay, so again, right, you can see that the blocks are not so cluttered together. Okay, and the units here are actually basically either you face the north. So if you face the north, you will get this view, or if you face the south, right, okay, you get the landed unblocked view lah. In this area. Okay, and then right, so I show you the view already, something like that. Yeah, so very important thing, if you buy into this area, right, you're actually buying into a price protection. Why do I say that? Because right, everything has already been set in stones already. Today, right, this is actually Dan Eun House. Okay, Dan Eun House, total of 9 bidders. So sometimes you also have to look at the number of bidders. Because if there's no bidder, Cameron, I think you better don't buy because there's no demand. Developer, they are not even competent. So this one you have 9 bidders. And the one that actually won the bid, right, is Fraser and Sekisui. Yeah, they're the one that did Sky Holland.
Okay. The one that looks right.
Okay. So they bought the land for about 1,410. So they are going to launch likely at close to 3,000. Okay, to about 3,002 per square feet. Okay, so to you, I will advise you what is the walk away price. If the prices is maybe about 3,300, right, onwards, right, then I should say that you can forget about buying this property already. Okay? Go back to the fundamental again, like what I shared with you just now, earlier on. Okay? So the other plot, right, okay, which has already been set in stone already, right, it's actually being bought over by Win Tai. Okay? And because, you see, so that's why people are entering today, right, is because, right, when there is a delay, right, can you see? The land prices actually, right, they bid at a higher price, but almost a 200 PSF.
Okay.
So if this is going to launch at 3,000, right? Okay, Cameron, how much do you think this one will launch at?
Probably around the same, if not a little bit more.
I think that it will probably be about 3-4, right?
Yeah.
To 3-5 per square feet already. Okay, so in a sense, why people are entering here is because you still have a price protection. Yeah, over your unit. Yeah. So if you look into this area, right, one very important thing is that, right, this is actually what we call a GFA harmonization project. Do you know what is called GFA harmonization?
No.
Okay, then this one you need to understand a bit. Okay, because if you were to see the kind of layout that you are getting, right? Okay, let me show you. I'm going to show an example first. Okay. So in the sense, right? Okay, let me just give you an example. I use this to show you. Okay. For example, today if you look at this layout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Okay. Do you see this thing called non-strata? Do you know what does this mean?
No, what does it mean?
Okay, it means that you have to be very careful with the floor plan. Because the moment when you see non-strata here, it means that, right, you are not paying for all these ledges. Okay, because last time, right, when developer they build houses, right, they count in all this space. Okay, it means that, right, when you pay for a unit, right, you're actually paying for all this. But now, what is in the mind of the government, right? They want to keep prices affordable. They want to keep it palatable. So by not counting in all this space, right, it actually reduce your purchase price.
Okay.
Can you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for example, right, usually, right, for this space, right, it will take up maybe about 70 square feet. Okay, so how does it apply to you as a consumer? Today, right, if you can actually save 70 square feet, multiply by the per square feet, let's say if it's 3,000, right, per square feet, right, actually, you're saving about 210.
Okay.
Yeah, cheaper.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? That's why people are all going to this kind of layout already. Because if you compare the old and the new, right, the difference is that now government is building very livable, very palatable kind of layout to reduce the overall quantum. Yeah, that's why you see, right, let me just show you something. That's why today if you look maybe across this Bukit Timah area, right, you actually realize that a lot of them, right, okay, I just show you, like today if you look at the resale, you see, this is the kind of resale that you see along the Bukit Timah area. Even though it's freehold, even it's bigger, but you must understand one thing. These are the resale. They are big in where? They are big in the balcony. They are bigger in the aircon ledge. They are bigger in the bay windows.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if you, and that's why, right, today, right, even though they are bigger, right, but they are bigger at all the wrong places, Okay. And it keeps you, and the quantum is much higher. That's why today, why people are going to GFA harmonization, because number one, the size, even though the size drop, but you're paying for only all the developer spaces. And the important thing is that it actually keeps your whole quantum, right, much lower.
Okay.
So far, all good?
So far, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I will stop here. I don't want you to bore you so many things. Yeah. So I think what we can do, right, for you, Cameron, is that if you are free this weekend, we can take a look at Union Square first. What do you think?
Give me some time to think about all of this. Because this is a lot of information that's just been sent today, and I just need time to process everything. I'll reach out to you all. Just give me some time to process everything.
Okay, so what we're going to do for you, right, is that we're going to do a summary for you first. Okay, based on whatever that we have discussed, we'll concise into a very simple deck for you. You digest first.
Can. Thank you.
Then from there, I think we can actually link out over WhatsApp. Then you just let us know if you want to explore, you're ready to explore the options.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, you all. Thank you.